Hi, I'm Anita, and today we're back for Stitch's Tropical Turbulence Encore. Alright, so we'll go over the guest room today, we'll go over the mirror, we'll go over missions, we'll go over the event itself. So here we go. First, the mirror. So right now in the mirror we have Lydia and Riddle Tropical Wear and Floyd and Ace Tropical Wear. And they both came June 12th and they'll be here until June 29th. You know what that means? That means we get the main story June 30th. Oh. Thank goodness we have this awesome event to tide us over until then. Oh, I just realized I skipped over how long this event is going for, so let's go over that right now. So this event started June 12th and it goes until June 29th. We already got book 1 and 2, and now we have book 3, 4, and 5. Alright, now let's go over the missions, so don't forget about the missions. So luckily it reminds you in the same area as the weekly missions and the general missions. So right below general, right here where I'm clicking. So you'll want these, especially if you want the limited time furniture. I remembered not to claim anything to show you. And you'll want these to upgrade the spell levels of Jack and Azulu Tropical Wear. And then too, if you're like me, you always want gems. And then we'll go over this. This is a currency that you can use in this event. And I believe you'll need a lot of these if I remember right. Alright, let's go to the guest room. Alright, let's see what limited time furniture we have with this event. Alright, we have palm tree hammock. Very nice. And then we have beach umbrella and chairs. Cute. Oh, so if you have extra paint left over from the last event, Cloud Calling on the Savannah, you can't earn this paint, but if you have extra paint from that event, you can craft the furniture from that event. We have tropical flowers, and this is from the last event. So again, you can't earn this paint, but if you have extra of this paint left over from the last event, you can craft this. Same here with the lion rug. Oh, we have a sand castle for this event. And we have a torch. That's actually really cool. Oh, we have this statue from the last event. Again, that you can craft if you have leftovers. We have this for this event. We have surfboards. That's cute for this event. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Beach doodles. And then we have palm trees and flag. Of course, it'd be Grim and Stitch. Then we have this for this event. Oh, and then we have Stitch statue. That's so cute. And this is from the last event. And then again, we have Lion Garb Leona if you have leftovers. I believe there's flooring and wallpaper for this event. It's not showing up on mine because I believe I already got it. So it should show up in these sections here for you. Oh, by the way, you have to be room rank 8 to craft limited time furniture. So that's something to keep in mind. And then we have beaded upper decor 2 and beaded upper decor 1. And I believe that's it. By the way, I think all you have to do is clear the story. I don't think you have to clear the extra battles, but you do, I'm pretty sure, have to clear the story to unlock all of the limited time furniture. And the limited time furniture for this event leaves when the event leaves. So that's just something to note. Alright, so let's go over the event itself. So you need quite a few items for this event. You need shells to unlock the story and to do battles. So you'll be grinding out a lot of shells. I'm pretty sure you can earn shells in all of the lessons, which is nice. Alright, let's go over the scrap parts. So the scrap parts is a currency you use in the shop, and we'll go over the shop in a minute. And then the coconut, logs, and saltwater fish, that's for upgrading Tropical Wear Azulu and Jack. And then the paint is for the limited time furniture. You can't craft the limited time furniture for this event without the paint here. So what I would suggest is, so if you use one of the guest characters or if you pulled for them in the mirror, you get extra rewards. See right here? Whoops. With Azulu and Jack Tropical Wear, you get boosted stats. So what I would highly suggest you do is I would level up Azulu and Tropical Wear Jack to at least spell level 5, and then use the guest characters to get extra rewards. So using the cards you get with the event, so Jack and Azulu, Tropical Wear, you get boosted stats, and then using one of the guest characters in this section here will get you extra rewards. So that's just a tip to help you out. So I'll briefly go over how you get Azulu and Jack Tropical Wear. So all you need to do to get them permanently in your roster is, so for Azulu, all you have to do is clear the entire Stitch Tropical Turbulence story. And then for Jack, it's the same. To get their spell levels where you need to be, you need a lot of coconuts, logs, and saltwater fish. I actually did a tutorial on how to get their spell levels. I'll link it at the end of this video so you can watch it right after watching this video, where I go into more detail on how to upgrade their spell levels. But to go over briefly, what I would highly suggest you do is get their spell levels to at least level 5. And then if you have time and resources, getting their spell levels to level 10. Most of the time, if you get card levels to level 5, you can at least use them after the event is over. So that's what I highly suggest you do. All right, on to the shop. So the scrap parts are the currency that you'll use in the shop for this event. So you can get duplicate cards if you need them. I highly suggest doing that if you're new to the game and need some strong cards. I get pretty far using event cards, so I highly suggest getting them if you can. And then this item right here, I highly suggest getting this item here if you can. It's about as hard to get or harder to get than the 10-fold keys, so I highly suggest getting this item if you possibly can. And then keys, you always want keys, especially now where you can get single keys. You can now combine them into 10-fold keys. So you want to get as many keys as you possibly can. So I highly suggest doing that. And then I always suggest for events, you want as many shards as you possibly can. You'll probably more than likely need them. And then too, these are just fun to have, these backgrounds. They're more for fun than practical use than the other items I've gone over, but you never know when this event will come around again or not, so you might want them if you really like the backgrounds, but like I said, they're not necessarily practical. And then I think everything else is just kind of the cherry on top. All right, comment below. Who do you have to pull for? Do you have to pull for Floyd? Do you have to pull for Lydia? Do you have to pull for Riddle? Do you have to pull for Ace? Are you excited to get Azulu? Are you excited to get Jack? Tropical Wear? Comment below who you have to have in this event. Thanks so much for joining me today. And if you love this, you'll love the next one on screen. See you over there.